Yes, good evening. My name is Yvonne, Yvonne Williams, Williams, President Business Agent of the Amalgamated Transit Union, Local 192. We're happy to report that through the hard work of our negotiating team and the members of ATU Local 192, we're able to reach a tentative agreement that averts a potential work stoppage that was scheduled for 12:01 a.m. on Wednesday. We will continue to serve the public and continue to be available for the district and for our workers to make sure that we continue to have whatever we need. It's been a hard negotiations period. We've been in negotiations for over 5 months. At times it seems that, we weren't going to be able to get an agreement, but getting an agreement was always our goal. We wanted to bargain a contract. We were confident that we would be able to bargain a contract, and we've been able to complete that process this evening. We will be taking the tentative agreement to our members so that they can review it and scheduling a ratification vote later this month. Hopefully our members will agree and ratify the contract. Okay, are there any questions?
Yes, what are the details with the difference? We understand it was just 0.75% on wages, $10 on the health care payments. Where did you end up meeting?
Well, the differences were worked out, and unfortunately I'm not able to give the details because we want to be able to talk with the members of ATU Local 192 and give them the opportunity to review the details of the agreement before we make it public.
We do know there was a 9.5% raise, correct, that you agreed to?
There is a 9.5% raise over 3 years that we've agreed to.
What as far as medical or?
We've agreed to pay medical payments, and we never had a problem with paying our share of the medical payments, so we've agreed to that also.
What did you determine for the second year of the contract in medical premiums?
Well, as I mentioned earlier, I'm going to have to take that information to our members first and give them an opportunity to review it before I make public statements about the particular details of the agreement, other than what I've already told you.
Anything from your talks that you think the bar and his unions could learn about negotiating?
Yes, stay there. Don't get tired. Put in the long hours, do the work, and bring something back to the members that will benefit the members, the riding community, and just, stay there. That's what I think other people could learn from that.
So what happened between you and AC Transit that finally broke this and made you decide to change it, made it come to an agreement?
Well, I'd like to give all the credit to our side and our negotiating team. Our negotiating team standing behind me, and they did a tremendous job. Our members of our union did a tremendous job. We have a lot of support from our riding public. They did a tremendous job. So that's how this contract was able to be, a tentative agreement was able to be reached.
Was there a watershed moment or event where you just said, okay, this is it, enough, let's strike a deal and move on?
There's always those moments.
And what was that moment?
Those moments are clarifying. Those moments basically come when you know that you've done your best, you've stayed there, and you've negotiated the best contract you can negotiate with whomever you're negotiating with. And that moment did come, and that's when we decided, okay, we need to wrap this up, take this back to our members, let them know that we did the absolute best that we could do, keeping in mind that it's really important that we continue to serve the public the same way we have for 113 years. And so we're happy to say this will be the 39th year that ATU Local 192 has provided service to the community without a work stoppage. So we're very happy about that.
Transit had expressed some bewilderment about the fact that you guys issued a strike warning. They said it seemed like things were moving along just fine, and then seemingly to them, out of nowhere, there was a warning for a strike. What do you say to that? Why was that a strategic move?
AC Transit is well aware why we issued a strike notice to them. So if they say that they were bewildered, then they weren't at the table the same place that I was, because it was clear that we were going to have to either withhold our labor or get a tentative agreement.
What do you know your membership? What do you think the chances are of them approving when you negotiate?
Well, it's always up to the membership. but we're confident that they have shown the confidence in us as a negotiating team to bring them the very best contract that we can. And so we'll leave it up to them. We respect them. We respect their opinion, and we'll just have to wait and see.
When does it go to the union members?
We'll be going to them later on this month.
What impact would the threat of a BART strike have on you, both sides wrapping this thing up and not having two labor disputes in the Bay Area at the same time?
We've always wanted to provide the service to the Bay Area. So naturally, we did not, as ATU Local 192, cherish the fact that the communities we serve would be without service, and some 600,000 passengers would have to find alternate means of transportation. So.
What happened this month too? It didn't happen last month. Why did you push the same agreement a month ago?
Negotiations are a process. So as long as we were continuing to move forward, we felt confident that we would be able to get a collective bargaining agreement. But it did come to a point where things had slowed down to basically, not meeting on a regular schedule and et cetera, et cetera. And we wanted the district to understand that we absolutely needed a tentative agreement to take back to our members so that everyone could move forward, including having the confidence. We wanted to make sure that the public continued to have confidence that we would provide the service. And so that's why we issued the strike notice to the district, because we needed them to really move forward and get this tentative agreement so we could take it to our members.
Can you clarify if it's 9.5 or 9.75 a raise?
It's 9.5 over 3 years.
And I see some people from the board here. Can we hear what the final vote was by the board?
Well, that would be up to the board of directors whether or not. This is Elsa Ortiz.
Can we have some
This
comments?
is Elsa Ortiz. Go ahead.
Hi, I'm
Thank
Joe
you.
Wallace. I'm Vice President of the board. The vote was unanimous. The vote was very, very unanimous. I appreciate my board members.
All right, can you step forward just a little bit so that we can make sure we get the...
Okay, I appreciate my board members. I also appreciate the union and the people that work for us. We are a company of one hand, and we are a company that's working hard, and we worked hard together, and we got this done. And that's something that I'm proud of and that AC Transit is proud of.
And if any of the other board members want to chip in too, what was the time that you voted, and what was the discussion leading up to?
More than anything, what I want to say is that I'm very grateful that the negotiations from both sides were done in a professional, respectful, and courteous way. That was a big improvement for any negotiation. If you arrive with that kind of attitude, it makes it much easier to negotiate.
Can you say your first and last name?
Elsa Ortiz. Elsa Ortiz.
And was that as a result of the mediator being part of
I think it was an attitude from both sides, that we wanted to handle this in a very respectful way, and we did. And that's really big, I think, and very conducive to reaching an agreement. So I'm very grateful to our management, general manager and his management team, and ATU leadership that we were able to accomplish that.
And since you went into the closed door meeting, how many times did the mediator go back and forth, or was it pretty much?
No, just, we were in and out like twice or three times from closed session, but we wanted to be here throughout the night, whatever time it took for us to reach an agreement.
And for you, describe the aha moment where you just said enough is enough, we need to shake hands.
It's just, the goal was to reach an agreement. How we were going to get there, aha moments or anything like that, it didn't matter. We were going to reach an agreement.
And what impact does the threat of a BART strike have on your...
I don't want to comment into what they're doing.
No, what impact does that have on your negotiations with the potential of a second major labor transit dispute in the Bay Area?
We were focusing on AC Transit. We were focusing on reaching an agreement with our ATU. That was our focus.
My name is Jeff Davis. I'm a board member representing Fremont and Newark. I think my two other board members really spoke very well about the process. I don't know how much more I can add. just to emphasize again that I think there really was a lot of mutual respect on both sides. It was not an acrimonious one. This was a long process, maybe longer than either of us wanted it to be, but not. But just because the issues were difficult, and in the end, I think both sides are very happy with the result.